Which camera I'm looking at? I'm not looking at the camera. Do I look at the
Your
camera?
camera is this
Okay.
camera. Your camera is this camera.
Okay.
And,
Three.
that's his camera.
3, 2, 1. Hey guys, welcome to the 6th podcast of Clappy and Frank. Can't believe it's 6th already.
Wow.
Got tremendous feedback. We're at almost 2,000 subscribers. Everybody watching,
Baruch
please
Hashem.
like and subscribe. Just right there at the bottom of the screen, like and subscribe. My Shurabashkin episode has over 10,000 views just on YouTube. All our episodes are doing really, really well, and it's becoming dangerous to walk down the streets because everybody's making huge short stops, screeching out the window. We need more content. We need more episodes. It was very busy over the high holidays, but me and Moshe are finally back in the studio with a top guest, and we're so happy to be back.
Devonte, why do you want to become Jewish?
Oh, so we jumping straight in.
Right, straight in, bro.
Let's do it. So, you guys know Torah, right? And I guess you guys, you know what they said, that Hashem made us a promise that before the Mashiach reveal himself, that he'll convert all the converts. So, you know, it's just,
So you want to be part of that?
yeah.
Wow. When was the first time you met a Jewish guy or a religious guy?
So
Or
the
who did you
first
meet
ti-
first?
So, as you know, I grew up religious. You understand what I'm saying? I grew up very Catholic. I grew up going to private Catholic school in Trinidad and Tobago. My grandparents sent me there. So, you know, just religion was just in me since I was a kid, you know?
How old are you?
So right now I'm 33.
Oh, 33. Mm-hmm. So you grew up in Trinidad and Tobago, and you were born where?
Huh? I was born here.
Born here in Brooklyn, New York.
Yeah, Brooklyn, New York. Yeah.
Born
Interfaith.
early 90s. Interfaith Medical Center,
Yeah.
Atlantic and Eastern Parkway.
Yeah.
I was born there.
Wow.
On October
So-
20th. My birthday's tomorrow.
Oh, wow. Happy
1986.
birthday.
Interfaith. I never met somebody in my life born in Interfaith Medical Center.
Yeah, there we go.
Tiny little building on
There we
Albany
go.
and Atlantic. Nobody ever heard of. Moshe, we were both born in Interfaith.
How appropriate interfaith. That's the
That's
topic,
crazy, no?
topic of our pod.
Interfaith Medical Center, 1992. 1992. So you're born in Crown Heights, literally born in the Heights, and then you said grew up in Trinidad and Tobago.
So basically, you know, not just don't want to put too much information out there, but you know, just say my grandparents took me and then raised me down in Trinidad and Tobago.
You're born in Brooklyn and Crown Heights, and then
Yeah.
you grew up. Your grandparents raised you in Trinidad and Tobago,
Catholic.
Catholic. Tell us a little bit about your upbringing. What it's like in Trinidad
man.
and Tobago.
Well, as you know, it's a Caribbean island, very nice, you know, going to school with the kids and stuff like that, you know. Yeah, it was fun.
And you were there until what age?
So I was there till I was like 13, 14 when my grandparents passed away, when my grandfather passed away. And then shortly after that, my grandmother passed away.
So you moved back to the States.
Yeah.
So when did you meet the first Jew?
Oh, so yes. So that began Mr. Milo Rutner. God bless this man. He basically transformed my life. You know, he gave me an opportunity. He seen the Sadiq in me. He basically molded me, mentored me, and yeah.
Where is this?
So Williamsburg.
So you came back. You were 14 years old. So we're talking about like 2005. You come back to Brooklyn. Where your mom lives, and you met your first Jewish person.
No, so I didn't meet him till
Right.
I was like 19, 20, I got out of college. So yeah.
How'd you meet him?
So basically, long story longer, just was taking my cousin to school one day, and I was tired of working at McDonald's. Honestly speaking, I was tired of working at McDonald's, whatever the case may be, wanted to make more money. So walking down the block, and I just seen him outside, and something just told me just to ask this guy for a job. Like, just ask him for a job. What's the worst that could happen? That's
So
what
again,
I told myself.
you're working in a McDonald's.
Yeah.
In Brooklyn, in the city.
Yeah, Brooklyn.
In Brooklyn.
Yeah.
And
Ralph and Clarendon. Shout out to the McDonald's there.
you see a guy outside the McDonald's
No. I'm walking my cousin to
You're walking your cousin to school?
in Bushwick.
in Bushwick.
Yeah,
And he
because
meets
that's where
the
my
guy on the
aunt
way.
lived. That's where my aunt lived in Cornelia. So I'm walking my cousin to school. I'll never forget this. And then I just asked him. I was like, "Hey, listen, can I get a job?"
You see a white guy.
No, not a white guy. I just
Jewish
see
guy?
a person. I just see a person, and I just
What was his makeup? What did he look like?
Just like a regular guy, you know, red,
Hasidic
black,
Jew.
and white.
With the
Hasidic
curls.
guy,
Oh,
the
he's a
curls.
Hasidic guy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, so you see a Hasidic guy.
Yeah, and I just random. I'm like,
At-
hey, listen, can I get it? Like Hashim just told me, like, ask this guy for
Stop
a
the
job.
guy and you're like, hello, sir. Can I get a job?
I was walking by and he was standing outside the construction site. And basically I just stopped. I was like, hey, can I get a job? And he told me straight up. He was like, listen, I tried to hire a few of your friends around the corner. They didn't show up. If you want, you come, you got a job. I'll even pay you more than what I was going to pay them.
And you were 19 years old.
I was 19 years old. And it changed my life after that. He told me, go, drop your cousin off to school, come back, put some boots on, come back, and if you're serious, let's see what you're made of.
A construction job.
Mm-hmm. Just sweeping up the construction site, cleaning up, and then I just developed from that. He always tell me, like, just pay attention. Pay attention to everything that goes around
Get
you.
this godly intuition. You stop this guy, Hasidic guy, you ask him for a job. He says, drop off the kid in school, come right back, put on boots. You have a job. He has
Yeah.
no idea who you are.
No
Never
idea
met
who
you
you are.
before. You have a job on the spot.
Yeah, right there on
And you
the
come
spot.
back like a half an hour later.
Like probably longer than like 45 minutes
And
later.
whatever. And you're
Yeah.
working for the guy.
Yeah, and
So-
I never looked back since.
Never looked back since.
Never looked back
So you're working
since.
construction, like residential, commercial, or
So basically, he was a big developer in Williamsburg. Big developer. He managed a lot of construction sites. Managed a lot of construction, basically property stuff like that. So he would hand me all of the put it like this: all the work that he couldn't handle, he would just give it to me. Like, hey, go over to this building, make sure it's clean, make sure this, that, and third, make sure the workers come, make sure the delivery there, stuff like that. So
a project manager.
yeah.
That you met 20 minutes earlier, and now you're the project manager.
No.
time.
It took me years to get there. It took me, I'm being honest with you. It took me years. I mean, it took me about 2 years to get to that part of my life, you know?
So
And then
that's
after that,
19
once he realized that I was persistent, like I always wanted to work. I would stay late. You know, I even bought me a van. Like I was just, eagerly willing to learn. And then when he found out that I grew up religious, because I told him, he was like, what are you? Are you Muslim? Are you Catholic? What are you? And I was like, I grew up Catholic. But I always told him that basically when you go to Sunday school and you go to Saturday school in Trinidad and Tobago for religious studies, you'll learn a lot about Judaism. Because as an Orthodox Catholic, they teach you stuff about it. That they always say, like, in order for the Mashiach to reveal himself, all the Jews need to be in Israel. So, but then when you go and you talk to the bishop and be like, hey, listen, question, if they say only follow one God, why do I have to pray to 3 other gods? Why do I have to pray to Rosemary? Why do I have to pray to Paul? Why have to pray to this guy, that guy? And they always be like, shh, listen. Go pray the rosary 10.
So as a child, all these questions bothered you?
Yeah.
Like Abraham?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, unbelievable. So you called up McDonald's and said, I'm not coming to my shift? I'm saying, how did that work?
No. So basically, I just went basically the next day and I told him, like, listen, I'm done. You know what I mean? That's it.
But you were there 45 minutes later with Boots working, and then you were supposed to probably go to your shift that night.
No, that was my day off.
Oh, it was your day off.
Yeah, it was
So the
my
next day
off.
you walked in and you said, I resigned.
Yeah, I resigned.
Did it like a mensch,
Yeah,
classy. It's
100%.
not like you just didn't show up.
No. Of course not. The one thing about me, I'm very business oriented. Thanks to my mom and thanks to my family, they trained me very well. So yeah,
You're pretty reliable.
very
It
reliable.
took 4 times to get you here, but besides that,
Listen, you got to understand. I'm like for first time. What happened was we had a little issue with one of our properties upstate where we had to go check. We had to break it in. We had to go do police report, this, that, and the third stuff like that.
right? Got you. So 19 to what? At what age would you say you said, that guy Rutner really inspired me, helped me move forward in life? At one point, you say, maybe I'll join the club.
I won't call it a club. That's a wrong way to put it. I would call it an awakening, because if you understand, you only. So basically, converts are supposed to convert between 20 to 40, because Hashem always said that, listen, there's the age that you should know that is a one and true only God.
What would you tell people working at McDonald's, based on your story, how you're working at McDonald's, but you knew there was something bigger in life, you could grow farther? Not
You're
that
talking about
McDonald's-
people at McDonald's making money now.
Now they are?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And
Yeah,
they get
yeah.
free food? What's the deal? You get free food when you work there or no?
I don't know how it is now.
Then, when you worked there.
But back then, yeah,
Unlimited?
whatever's left over, then you could take home
leftover,
whatever,
gotcha. But how would you tell people working at McDonald's about finding opportunities like you did? How do you find new opportunities?
How would I say it? So basically, working at McDonald's, there's so many opportunities you could take because you could get free tuition to go to college. You can upgrade to a general manager. You can upgrade to a district manager. There's so many different opportunities at McDonald's.
Within the
within the
If
company.
I understand correctly, McDonald's is a franchise. That means for $1 million or $2 million or $3 million, almost anybody could buy a McDonald's. So,
But it's two. It's corporate McDonald's and franchise McDonald's.
when you say growing, they can't tell a private franchise owner, Dante's been working with us for 8 years, hire him as a general manager.
You get more benefits working for corporate.
So they own a lot of the McDonald's themselves.
The corporate.
Corporate.
Yes.
I didn't even know this. Interesting.
And
You worked for corporate.
No, I work franchise.
And now you do lending, right? You're a lender. So that's how you became Jewish. You know, the Jewish people with the lending money, you put right in. They put you right in. You say you're lending money, you're in. You don't got to do any, you don't got to talk to the rabbi.
Wait. Let me stop you right there. I don't lend money.
Oh, you don't lend money?
No, I don't lend money. No.
They give advances.
Who, me?
Companies that lend money, they advance the money as a
They
loan.
advance their money for either asset backing, or they do it off of future receivables, or they do it off of collateral. It's all dependent on what market and what the person is willing to put up.
Oh, well, I need. But you mostly do unsecured loans, right? That's what you currently do, Devonte?
So basically, I'm an underwriter.
Gotcha. Oh, so you're the brains.
That,
Wanna make sure
that's
that-
not necessarily the brains. I would just say I'm the one that puts together the loan, send out the offer, and yeah, that's it.
Got you. So what do you prefer, construction or underwriting?
Me personally, I like it both because I still do construction now.
Oh, you do? Nice.
Yeah, of course. Because sometimes we do, like me and my buddies, we do buy and flips.
What's the biggest difference that you've seen with Orthodox Jewish people and, let's say, people from Trinidad? What would you say the biggest top three things that, like, wow, this is interesting?
It's the same thing because it's community. In Trinidad, everybody knows each other. It's one way in, one way out. Community is same thing as Orthodox Jews. Community. Number two, a sense of God. We love God.
So these are the similar things.
Yeah.
Okay.
And another thing also too is a sense of family. We love our family. We love family gatherings. That's the time where we sing and we laugh and we rejoice around family gatherings.
I know. Right. I've seen the Trini Pride and the West Indy Parade. I live around the corner.
Of course.
So I asked actually one of my Instagram videos, what's the best-selling flag? He said the Trini flag in the whole West Indy Parade. So I guess what you're saying.
But most kids that you see in the West Indian Parade is like third generation, fourth generation Trinidadian. I am like literally a first generation American, came from Trinidad. Like my mom and my dad are both from Trinidad and Tobago.
Do you know why the parade's in Crown Heights?
No.
Why are we so lucky to host the parade every year?
That's a very good question.
I sold my
really don't
boba
know.
drinks this year. I'm very happy with the
So
parade.
you're growing up in Trinidad until you're 14 years old. You heard about Jewish people in Trinidad, or there's no Jewish people in Trinidad?
They said in church, in the
So
school.
we learn about Judaism.
But you didn't meet a Jewish person in Trinidad. Not
no,
one Jewish person.
I'm being honest. I never met a Jewish person in Trinidad.
But
it was Jews in Trinidad, though, back in World War II era.
I wasn't around them.
Yeah. So basically, a lot of European Jews migrated to like the Caribbean countries, to get away from the oppression, stuff like that. Thank God, they got away and they went to the Caribbean islands. But after the war, some stayed, some small communities stayed just to stay, and some migrated to like Guyana, migrated to South America, like Argentina, stuff like that.
So what's the biggest difference in culture, or are you saying there's no difference in Jewish religious people and Trinidadians? Are there differences or very similar?
So it's dependent on how. Remember, Jewish is different types of Jewish people.
Right, religious Jewish.
Religious. So what you want to do? So you want to go on the Sephardi side, or you want to go on the Ashki side?
Right, anything. What's the biggest
Okay,
difference?
so Sephardi. So it's no
biggest difference.
The difference is
biggest between Trinidad people and religious Jewish people? You told me three things that are similar. What are the biggest differences?
Damn, you got me thinking now.
Yeah.
I never really thought about that. What's the biggest difference?
I have a different question. Because everybody we ever had on the show was Jewish so far. Growing up in Trinidad and Tobago, even though you didn't know many Jewish people that lived there, but you knew a little bit about Judaism, what is a person growing up, let's say you're 14 years old, you're turning on the news, you hear about Jewish people, you hear about the Israel and the Palestinian conflict. What's an average person in Trinidad and Tobago turning on the news, hearing about Jews? What do they think about Jewish people?
Honestly speaking, they love them.
They love them.
They love
in
them.
Trinidad and Tobago.
Yeah, they love them.
They're pro-Israel?
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, you're saying so? It depends which country a person would grow up in.
Yeah.
What a non-Jewish person would think about a Jewish person, or the
So
state of
basically,
Israel.
I can faithfully say my country backs Israel. Trinidad and Tobago backs Israel 100%.
If I check the voting record in the UN, that's what I'm going to see.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, yeah, very cool.
Yeah.
What's the biggest misconception Jewish people have about Trinidadian people and black people? What would you say the biggest misconception?
Can I be honest with you?
Yeah.
A lot of Jewish families use Trinidadian nannies to raise their kids just because of the structure and the discipline that we have within our culture. If you know, I mean, we can all agree to that. You understand? Just like we have a lot of structure, a lot of culture, a lot of respect, a lot of dignity, a lot of honor in us. So that's one of the reasons why I say it's no
How big is Trinidad?
not that big.
A few million people?
It's probably the size. I would say. I really don't know. That's a good question. I got to ask ChatGPT right now.
Devonte, how much longer to your Ger conversion journey? What are they telling you?
So they don't give you a date. They just tell you like whenever they feel that you're ready, that you basically crossed off everything in their checklist to do.
They don't give you a beeper, right?
No. So they, so basically, you know, they want you to stay in the Arab. They want you to learn Hebrew. They want you to
stay in the Arab?
Arab, yeah.
The non-existing Arab.
Huh? Well, it is an Arab around my neighborhood. So thank God.
It's a Crown Heights joke.
So basically, they want to make sure that you know Hebrew, know your brachas, know what all your prayers, what you're supposed to say, what you're not supposed to say on Thursday and holidays. Make sure you know the main halakas. Make sure you know how to keep Shabbat. You know.
So you started the process how long ago?
So I started the process officially, and officially, I would say in April.
April 2025?
April 2025.
Oh, very new. May, June, July.
But here's the thing.
August.
I've been on my Judaism path for over 10 years.
Wow.
Just learning, reading, learning. Like I always say, I always want to know what I'm doing and making sure that I'm serving God properly. So I just learn, like read Torah, read Gomorrah, read the Rashis from the Torah.
Devonte, do you think more black people should become Jewish?
Listen, Hashem said before the Mashiach comes, he will convert all the converts.
So do you think more of them should sign up? What do you think?
That's between them and Hashem.
Maybe a lot of people are signing up and they're all quitting because you don't get a timeline. You don't know how long it's going to take. You don't know if they're going to let you into the club.
Me personally, it's just all about you and your neshama. You understand what I'm saying? You gotta want it for yourself.
So who you make a call 1-800 become a Jew? Like who do you call?
How'd you start?
You don't do that. Basically,
How'd
you gotta
you- what was
get
your
endorsed. First of all, you gotta get endorsed by a community. Thank God that you know what I mean. I can faithfully say that the Bukharian community has been very, very, very genuine to me.
Bukharian in Queens? Mm-hmm.
They welcome me
How
with
did you find the
open
Bukharians?
arms. Huh?
How did you find the Bukharians?
It's funny, they found me. Yeah, it's a long story.
So
but
you have
yeah,
a
they found
it's a
me.
based in a rabbinical court that you're in touch with?
Yeah, so basically you go to the rabbinical. So I have a date with the rabbinical courts and Queens coming up very soon. Then so I'm gonna go meet with them and they're gonna tell me everything that I need to get done.
over a process, but you don't know how long it's going to be. It could be another few months, another few years.
I like to take baby steps to make sure I learn everything correctly. Because I'm being like, I may not look like, but I'm very religious. All my friends would tell you like, nah, Daviti's real. Yeah,
Hey, I was a chazan in shul. You came every service in Prospect Heights.
Listen, I keep Shabbat. I've been keeping Shabbat although I'm supposed to break it, which I do because, you know what I'm saying, that's one of her halakas of a goy. And in the conversion stage, you're supposed to break Shabbos at least one time. But I keep Shabbat. I go to shul every day.
You go to shul every day of the week?
Every day.
A random Tuesday?
No, I mean, I go to shul every morning.
Whoa.
Every morning.
More from you,
There's
Papa.
a lot to say about that.
No, he knows. You know. Right or wrong.
All on. Every time I call him a shul, I'm going to share, I'm going to this, I'm going to that.
Yeah, I'm always learning. Always learning.
I think a lot of religious Jews don't go every single day, so I think
let me rephrase. The days that I do miss, I try to make it up the next day and go two times.
Wow.
Straight, yeah.
Devonte, why is it historically that, and do you think it could change that religious Jewish people, the marriages, the very low divorce rate versus in the black community, it's very high, and many people don't grow up with their dad. How do you feel about that?
You think the divorce rate in the black community is higher, or they don't even get married to begin with?
Either or. And do you think that's cultural? Do you think it's something that could change? Because obviously it affects the upbringing of a child. What's your opinion about that?
I grew up I'm a Caribbean American, so I can't say for the African American culture, but I can speak upon the Caribbean culture.
Yes.
Our divorce rate are low because a lot of Caribbean families, they stick together. They rather fight it out at home than to rather get divorced. If they marry forever till death do us part.
So Trinis, you mean?
I'm saying all the Caribbean. I'm saying Caribbean people in general. Because I don't want to for all my Jamaicans and stuff like that, Jamaicans, Asian, Barbadians, Grenada, I don't want no problems. So I would say the Caribbean and the West Indies. The West Indian culture have a very, very low divorce rate. I can faithfully say.
I meet a lot of black people and they don't grow up with their dads. I know it's a common thing. I don't know what the numbers are in the data.
So listen, it's depending on how far back you want to go. If you want to talk that talk, we could talk that talk.
Yeah.
So because
you grew up with your dad or no?
Listen, I didn't grow up with my dad, but my dad was always there. He he was always there financially, and he was always there when I need to pick up a phone and call him real quick.
Did you know him? You knew him throughout your life?
Yeah, I know him.
But he lived in the U.S., you lived in Trinity.
Mm-hmm.
Got you. So do you think that, so you grew up with that dad, what was that like?
No, I had my grandparents.
So they took the place.
Life was beautiful in Trinidad. I'm being honest with you.
So that took the place.
I would sit here and lie and say that life wasn't beautiful in Trinidad. My grandfather was very wealthy. He owned a lot of businesses. He owned a lot of investment properties and stuff like that.
So he took place of your dad. Would you say that?
Yes, he did. Yeah.
So would you say that in the black community, when there's no dad, the grandparents come in, they kick in, and there's other family members that raise them?
Well, like they say, it takes a village to raise a child.
No, because in the Jewish community, most family, it appears, are a lot more intact. The divorce rate is very low, especially with Orthodox. 5%, 10%?
Right, it's pretty low.
Super low. What would you tell someone, or how do we say this? So do you think, am I wrong? I don't know how I'm going to say this. I'm trying to.
Let's say it, spit it out.
They say that the crime rate is lower, much lower when people grow up with a dad. Does that make sense to you?
And that's why they try to. Basically discombobulate the black community because it's big business in the prison. We all know that. So you might as well. Who is the biggest, highest crime rate in the neighborhood? Unfortunately, us. So what they do is discombobulate the community, get these kids in jail. We get more funding from the state, and everybody makes money.
So you think the government is pushing to have complicated families in the black community?
It's statistically proven. they put crack cocaine just to fund a war within the black community to destroy it.
You think it's the Chinese or it's the American government?
Well, the Chinese,
I mean, the Chinese are into the putting in the shipping and the fentanyl, all that stuff. No.
but we talking. When I say crack, I'm talking about the 70s and the 80s.
Oh, 70s, 80s.
Because you got to understand this: back in the 60s and the 50s, the black community was booming. You know, if you really want to talk that talk,
Yeah,
the black community was booming. Back after the war, it was booming. Everybody was making money. You had the automobile industry. You had the steel. You had the steel farm. You had this farm, that farm, building this, that. You know what I mean? It was beautiful, but it was no money within the government. So what they said and do, they needed money to fund their little war and their little secret operations going on. So. The rest is history, you know.
So you think it was done intentionally to make money to fragment the black community? That's how you feel.
Listen, it's not the way how I feel. It's just statistically proven. I don't want to talk about.
Are you referring to? I read many books on this in this documentaries that like rich white people are doing drugs that gets like small jail time, and then black people are involved in drugs that get like life sentences, like heroin versus cocaine and crack. It's like. There's like a whole theory on this, that in certain communities, like they do similar drugs and they get like little slap on the wrist, you know, community service. And the black community, they get like 20 years. They're like, oh, that's a type of drug that's like really dangerous.
Yeah, because you got to understand this: the black man that got caught with a couple of nickel bags of crack or cocaine or whatever he got caught with, who was his lawyer? A legal aid. What they trying to do, they just trying to move on to the next case. And who's the legal aid having lunch with? The prosecutor and the judge. They all hand in hand together, singing kumbaya.
They all have the same boss.
Yeah.
You're saying the criminal justice system.
Let me finish, though. But, you know what I mean? Let's just be honest. Even the black rich guy, too, is the same thing with the rich white guy. They can afford a lawyer that's going to run up in that court and be like, yeah, listen, it ain't going down like that. Just give my man a ticket, throw this away, and I'll buy you lunch later.
Lunch, more than a lunch. No, I'm just kidding.
So we're talking,
I'll make a donation to one of your campaign or whatever charity.
We're talking about the general criminal justice system is very, very corrupted and doesn't do well for the African American black community.
I would say it doesn't do well for anybody that's living in an urban community, because you got to understand this: these legal aid don't get paid much. So what they trying to move on to the next case, to the next case, to the next case. Some of them are overworked.
Devonte, what do you think the cure? You said they targeted. What do you think the cure? How do you think we could bring more education to the community and to have their dads stick around longer, or is it just culturally that's not the way it works?
Government has to stop locking them up.
Put it like this.
And do you think cops are racist?
Me, I love the cops. I love police, man. You know what I mean? Listen, I love, like I told you, I love them until they start harassing me. But yeah, I have no beef with the cops. I'm happy that they're around, because they bring some type of
law and order.
Yeah, exactly, law and order.
Why do black guys end up in gangs and Latinos do, but in the upper class communities, middle, they don't end up? How does that evolve? How does someone end up in a gang?
You see, let's be honest here.
Yeah.
The rich people call it a cult. The poor people call it a gang.
A cult or a club?
Whichever one you want to describe it as.
So you're saying everyone's part of a gang?
Everybody's part of something. Everybody's part of something.
Talking about in poor communities, everybody's part of something.
Even in the rich community. I just said the rich community call it a cult or a club. The poor community call it a gang.
So what am I in, for example?
What do you mean?
Like, what am I in? Like,
which club is he
which
part
club
of?
am I part? I'm just trying to. It's the first time I'm hearing about this.
I don't know. Which club do you?
Saying if I go to a synagogue every week with the same group of people, I'm in a club.
No, you're not in a club. You're just serving Hashem.
So you're saying you're in the Chabad club, right, Devonte?
No, I won't say he's in a. He's just serving Hashem and fulfilling Hashem commandments of going to shul every day, davening with 10 guys, and yeah.
So somebody growing up in the projects and they're part of gangs and clubs and whatever you want to call it. How do we break that streak that they get out of the projects and they get part of the middle upper class community? What do you think the trick is?
What? But repeat that. Sorry.
A kid growing up in the projects, going to a very underperforming public school. Mother's a single mom. The father's away, whatever.
Non-existent.
You know how
Non-existent.
much people made it out of that situation that you're talking about right now?
I don't
So it's all you got to think about it. It's all about the kid's mind frame. It's all about what he's willing to accept. It's all about what what Hashem have planned for him.
So what's the typical path of someone who does get in trouble in the Trinidad or the black community? What's usually the parent, the dad? I mean, what do you see is the way things fall apart?
What do I see? So the way how I see it that it falls apart is not mostly that it falls apart. It's all about timing. It's all about timing. The father could be away for some time. Yeah, the kid may go through difficult challenges and stuff like that, where he's looking for a male figure so he can understand the way of life. But yeah, he turns to the streets, whatever. But once the father come back around, it's all about the kid. Do he want to accept his father love and stuff like so? Yeah.
What did you see? What are the percentages? A lot of them, they reunite with their fathers and they have a good relationship and it's a good mentoring program, or?
So basically, when I was growing up, all my cousins had great relationships with their fathers. I just want to put so I didn't really see that in my household because, for instance, my uncle raised all his kids. All my uncles, my Uncle Bro Joe and the rest of them, they all raised their kids. They was always there for their kids. So I didn't really see it within my household, but did I see it outside my household? Yeah, but everybody has their own.
Something I noticed is that in the Jewish neighborhoods, the Jewish people run the stores in their neighborhoods. In the Chinese, they run those stores. Somehow in the black neighborhoods, the Latinos are running their stores in their neighborhoods. The Yemenites are running the bodegas. How come the black people don't run their own businesses besides the beauty salons maybe in their community? Why don't they have that entrepreneurial spirit like you see the other communities? What do you feel about that, Devonte?
So it's all about depending on the neighborhood that you live in. It's all about the neighborhood. If you're living in a city life, then everything is monopolized. But if you live in a county, then it is black businesses. I'm not going to sit here and say it's not black stores. It's really good, very good developing black towns within America, which is black-owned stores, black-owned this, everything is black-owned. So I'm not going to sit here and say that it's no black-owned deli stores or anything like that. And there's a few within New York City too.
Right. I'm just something I noticed. It's
125th Street in the Harlem, there's always a big thing. I remember Al Sharpton, Jesse Jackson, they were all talking about it, that on 125th Street, it's the main thoroughfare in Harlem, very thoroughfare. Most of the stores were not black-owned. There was always it was a controversial thing.
Oh, it was.
It was always a big thing. Growing up, you would always hear them talking about it.
Because as a TikToker, I interview a lot of black entrepreneurs. I have people doing scrapping metal, doing a lot of entrepreneurs. So I'm very much and broken English. I like that. So I think what I don't know what I'm saying. I think we could do a push or a training or a teach or we need a lot more strong black
mentorships.
Mentorship? Do you think is?
I think a lot of mentorships.
Can I be? It needs a lot of strong mentorship too in the Jewish community too. now, I mean, let's talk. If you want to talk about that,
let's
too.
talk about that. Go for it, Devonte.
So basically, I think also too that it needs that because I seen kids fall. I seen kids fall off the dirt. They don't keep Shabbat. They don't do this. They don't do that. I'm like, yo, what happened? It was like, I just lost love for the religion. And I'm like, why? You know what I mean? It's like, look, Hashem is blessing you. Look, you're Yid. Like, you know what I mean? You're supposed to be happy. You're supposed to have simcha. You know what I mean? You're supposed to have joy. So it also needs that too, especially with the younger generation now growing up, because it's not like how it was back in the days when we was growing up, where we had love for the religion because we understand the power of prayers. You understand? These kids now, they don't understand the power of prayers. They don't understand that if you serve Hashem, the rewards that you will reap from it.
So you got to mentor them. You're going to be a big mentor one day in the Jewish community.
I do.
You do it already.
Yeah, I do.
You have a lot of energy. You're very motivational. You're very positive. You have good force. Where did you get this from?
I would say the people around me. Everybody around me, everybody around me is just have the same type of energy that I have.
But you said that the male figure in your life growing up till you're 14 was your grandfather. Mm-hmm. Could you tell us?
And then after that, it was my mom and my uncles and my cousins. You know what I mean? They filled the void in for my father when he wasn't there.
Would you share us a little bit about your grandfather?
So my grandfather, God rest his soul, he was a Sadiq. His name is Leonard Applewhite. Yeah, he taught me everything. He taught me the way of life. Like he taught me how to farm. He taught me how to how to be a plumber at a young age. He taught me how to cook, clean, everything. It's like every tools you need to be a man, he taught me very young at a young age. He always used to say, I ain't gonna lay out here be no king jackass.
And then he passed away when you were 14. Mm-hmm. How was that very hard on you? I mean, I would imagine.
Yeah, man. I fell in a real bad depression when I was a kid, man.
It was sudden, or he was not well?
He fell sick, and we flew him back up we flew him from Trinidad up here, and he was in the hospital, and passed away.
How does your mother and father feel about your Ger Jewish conversion journey?
They love it. My parents are still religious till this day. My mom still wraps her hair when she goes to church and stuff like that.
Well, just like this.
Mm-hmm. I remember back in the days, I always used to, when I was a kid, ask my mom, I'm like, Ma, are we Jewish? And they'd be like, you're my little Israelite.
What's Jewish people's biggest misconception about black people, would you say? Like, what do they think?
But you have to understand this. When you talk about black people, what are you talking about? Southern blacks? Are you talking about
overall?
Northern
Like,
blacks?
what do Jewish people think about that? Like, oh, you're not like, I'm sure
you got to understand this. I'm pretty sure none of you guys probably know, but when they was hanging blacks, they was hanging Jewish people too. You ever heard something called a sundown town?
A sundown town?
Sundown town.
No.
Look it up. And it still goes on till this day. And I think every one of us should know when we're traveling, because, Jewish people and black people, we travel a lot. We like going cross country. And you should know when you're passing down a sundown town. A sundown town is a town when the sun go down, you're black or you're Jewish, you better get your behind inside. Or they will come after you and stuff like that.
In the South.
Yeah. And they have sundown towns in the North too. We actually drove. So last year we were going to. I think we drove past one when we was going through New Hampshire. I'm not too sure.
Does it say sundown town?
No, you could Google it. You can literally just ask ChatGPT.
Devonte, how come I find it's very interesting? I talk to all different types of people. You can see my.
You see, told you.
It's on ChatGPT.
Well,
yeah,
learn new things every day.
Yeah, I tell you, there's the things that you got to know. Being black and Jewish.
No, 100%. 100%. The Jewish community is persecuted a lot, and the black community is persecuted a lot. So we should have a stronger alliance, because
we do have a very strong alliance.
But a lot of stuff going on today. I don't feel like the relations are where they're supposed to be.
Honestly speaking, it's a very strong alliance. A very, very strong. It's not something that is spoken about. It's just something that's just locked in. It's there.
Eric Adams had all the Jewish
Eric
support.
Adams is great. We support. We were talking about how he shouldn't drop out in the first episode. How he would be the best mayor in New York City, and he got really.
Listen, I'd rather him than anybody else because I know it's evil.
They did a real job on him. That was not nice.
So Devonte,
they do the same thing that they did to him as what they did to Como. They pushed him out because they want their puppet controlling the city.
Devonte, why do you think people go off the derech?
Why do I think? Can I be honest? I think it's mostly because they were forced to go pray. They were forced to go to shul. Like me, when I raise my Jewish kids, I'm not going to force. I'm like, hey, listen, if you don't want to go to shul, fine. But your friends is there. They having fun. I'm having fun. We doing l'chaims. Big kiddish.
Devonte, which traditions are you going to bring into the Jewish community from your Trinidadian background? Are we going to see a Trinidadian restaurant? Like, what can we expect once you sign up?
I won't say.
What traditions you gonna bring in?
Well, let's not say sign up.
Once
Okay,
he's accepted.
let's just say when Hashem, when I finally finish my conversion and I'm a Yid and I'm recognized in the state of Israel. So basically, a lot of Trinidadian customs, a lot of Caribbean customs are more Sephardi. Although now I am officially going the Chabad route.
Why is that?
Why is that? Because
You drink more? Or?
So basically, I feel like the Chabad is just more like I'm the type of I'm like a Chabad. You know what I mean? Because I'm loud, I'm energetic, I want to laugh, I want to dance.
Mishechister anti. Mishechister anti. Yellow flag or no yellow flag?
Yellow flag. Put it like this. I'm the type of guy, listen, I just want everybody to come to shul. I want everybody to daven.
Are you going to become a rabbi, Devonte? Or you're going to stay as a businessman?
Listen, whatever Hashem plans for me, that's what I'll do.
Did you ever meet Nissim Black?
Nissim Black, no, but I want to, though.
He's the most famous black Jewish person today in the world?
Stoudemire.
No, Nissim Black's more famous, no?
I don't know.
Me, I like House of Levy.
House of Levy?
House of Levy, yeah. I followed their conversion pattern since the beginning of their stages. I've been following them. And they made that aliyah, too.
You want to become a rabbi?
Do I want to become a rabbi?
Rabbi Devonte.
Listen, whatever Hashem have plans for me, that's what I'll do.
So you have no plans
if he wants me to be a Torah scholar, then I'll be a Torah scholar. Whatever he wants,
I think more people should have the love and perspective like Devonte has. My block where I live, I think, is 70% Caribbean, African, whatever you want to call it. And still, there's always that, misunderstanding and miscommunication in the community. I think could help a lot. And maybe Devonte, you'll be the ambassador for the Chabad community to the black community in Crown Heights.
B'ezrat Hashem, maybe. Let's see.
There was a lot of tension over Passover.
Yeah.
If he would have came, he could have maybe the tensions with the guy with the wheelchair, with the whole story over there.
Devonte, where do you get your such high belief in God?
Like I said, I grew up religious.
So you always had it.
So, all right. So let me explain to you. Give you a day-to-day routine schedule. So when you go to school, when you go to school in Trinidad, we wear uniform and everything. You stand on line, and every morning you pray. Every morning you're praying.
No separation of church and state in Trinidad.
No. Every morning you're praying and you're saluting the flag. That's why I get my sense of pride from my country, because it's like it was installed into me.
Why don't they do that in America? Salute the flag and pray a little.
Because you got to understand, when they developed this country, they always wanted to keep church and state separate because that's how England was. That's how they based their government upon. Basically, the government was the church. So basically, when the American was developed, they always try to keep church and state separate. But in Trinidad and Tobago, we keep them together. Well, that's when I was growing. I don't know how it is now.
So Devonte, you're not going to open up a Trini restaurant kosher Trini restaurant?
Maybe in Tel Aviv.
Bring some dishes in.
Yeah, maybe in Tel Aviv.
The food's good.
Huh?
Some jerk chicken.
Yeah. Kosher jerk chicken. Oh boy.
There we go.
Yeah.
What's jerk chicken? Tell me about it.
So jerk chicken is basically you take a bunch of spices, you blend it up, you season it, you make it very spicy. You put it in the refrigerator, you let it marinate. I would say freeze it and let it marinate for 2 days.
Wow.
Then you put it out and let it thaw out. The seasoning is in it. Then you just throw it on a grill and you just flip it side to side, and you make sure it look like me. Well, not like.
I don't like spicy food, but you could do it not spicy, I guess. Also, jerk chicken not so
It's
spicy.
not spicy. It's spicy.
It's supposed to be spicy. That's the only way.
Like hot?
Yeah.
I can't eat hot food.
What about some bakery? What's some Trini bakery items that we got to try?
So you have to try cocoa bread. That's another delight. You have to try crunch roll. That's another delight.
Crunch roll like in the sushi?
No, crunch roll is like basically a bake. It was like a bake with raisins and stuff like that in it. It's very good, very tasty. Doubles is a good one. What else we got?
So, reverse.
beef patty.
Which Jewish foods did you fall in love with so far?
Oh man, you know.
Just Chivas Regal. That's it.
I'm Bukharian and hot. My man.
Also, only into the Bukharian
Shout out to
foods?
my Bukharians.
So you're only doing kosher Bukharian.
Well, me, I fell in love with the Bukharian cuisine. Because it's the same type of cuisine as the Caribbean. You know, the open fire with the grill, the plof is like palau.
What about the gefilte fish, Devonte? You like gefilte fish?
Of course, I like gefilte fish. Yeah, it's good.
What about kugel?
Huh?
Kugel?
No, not my thing.
Chalent?
Make sure it's spicy.
Kishka?
And make sure you put lamb meat in it. Shout out to my Bukharians.
Matzo ball? You into matzo ball, Devonte?
I'm into shopa.
Shopa? What's
Yeah,
that?
that's a Bukharian soup.
Soup. Okay, so you're all in the Bukharians. Well, Chabad and Bukharians go back many years. You know?
I know.
So there's
Yeah.
the Bukharians. One of the school.
But coming to find out is I could be a Chabad and still practice Sephardi practices.
Right, mix it up.
Yeah, 100%.
But
And like you know, I think that's what Hashem have planned for me.
But no rice on Pesach.
Huh?
No rice on Pesach.
See, I'm Sephardi, so I can eat rice on Pesach.
Chabad, Sephardi, eat
He's
rice
the
on
best of
Pesach?
everything. He's shopping around.
You could
Full
do that?
buffet.
You could be Chabad and eat rice on Pesach?
You could be if you're following a Sephardi practice.
Yeah.
I believe.
I think he's just for Pesach. He's gonna become Sephardi, get the right, and then
No, because you got to understand it. Sephardi community is similar like the Caribbean community. You know, we're very motivated. We're very driven.
hustle.
We got a hustle in
You know
us.
what's funny? I interviewed a nanny in Dumbo, Trini lady.
Jewish nanny? Isn't there
No,
a
not
famous
Jewish.
lady now, a Jewish nanny?
He's also
Not Jewish
she
nanny?
converted, yeah.
Oh, she became Jewish.
But the nanny I interviewed gets paid a lot of money. Trini lady.
Hold
So
on one
it's
second. Is she married?
I don't. She's older. So
Shidduch? Not a shidduch?
hold on. Devonte, are you gonna marry?
No, I'm not thinking about marriage now. Just
Devonte,
learning,
you going
just
for
learning,
Ashki
learning.
white girl? Or you gonna go a black convert? Who you gonna go? What type of girl you gonna? Do you think you're gonna target?
When that day come, I'll decide.
So no preference.
I think we're getting off track. I still want to get the story. 14, you flew your grandfather back, bless his soul. You flew him back to America, passed away.
Which star did you miss?
No, he wants to get. So we
then
had 14.
You're 14.
So
you
let me
you
explain.
joined the schools in America. You go to school here.
So yeah, so I went to school in America.
And I'm sorry. The language in Trini is English.
Yeah, English. Yeah.
Okay.
So I went to school in America. I went to Park Slope. I went to school in Park Slope. I went to John Jay Secondary School for research. It was very good, very educational there, you know. But you know what I realized about the education system, everything that I learned already while I was in Trinidad is what they was teaching me now. So I'm like, wow, I'm already like advanced in this already. You know what I'm saying? So
I understand.
that was a good. That was
The
a
education
extra
is
step.
better in Trinidad than in
Yes.
America. The education here is very bad.
Yeah, the education, because we get the Trinidadians get their education from England.
Did you watch the debate on Thursday night?
It was my first day back to work and try answering 100 emails.
So, no, one of the things, all three candidates were talking about how it cost $41,000 to raise kids in New York City, and they're like not too bright. They come out not knowing much. In second grade, over 50% of them already can't read and write properly.
Do you know that we spend the highest cost per kid to send to school, but have the lowest graduation rate?
So what's that about?
What the education system needs to do is just start doing a lot of. I know it sounds you know, like they say it all the time, but we need to start doing more career development. Start training the kids at young. Okay, listen.
I'm with you.
Yeah, we need a bunch of you guys to be accountants. We need a bunch of you guys to be mechanics.
No, but these kids at 6, 7 years old can't read and write. You can't tell a kid at 6 you need to be an accountant. Why are they not learning how to read and write in school for $41,000 a year? I'm just curious. You know.
That's a good question. I get when I have kids, I will find out.
But then they pick on the yeshiva education. Meanwhile, the kids in public school are
Oh, you want to hear something crazy? I'm planning to go to yeshiva.
Really?
Yeah.
When?
Well, so
When and where?
So once I finish my conversion, I'm gonna go to Jerusalem. I'm gonna make the Aliyah to well, not making the Aliyah, but I'm gonna go to Israel for like a year and just go to yeshiva and lock in. Cause I tell all my friends that finish their conversion, don't basically like sit around in your house and think that you're gonna keep on with the practice and stuff. Go straight to yeshiva, learn. So when you come out, you're already intact. And there's no break-in or anything.
Any good yeshivas for people that convert in America? You have to go to Israel?
I think it's better for you to go to Israel.
Have you been?
Yeah, I've been to Israel.
You've been already?
Yeah, I've been there a few times.
A
Yeah.
few times. Wow. What do you think about it?
I love it. It's my second home.
How's it different than New York?
It's Israel, basically Tel Aviv is like LA. LA and New York had a baby. Then it was Miami, and then Miami slept with Texas and had a baby. You got Tel Aviv.
What about Jerusalem?
Beauty. No, Yerushalayim, beautiful.
So right now you're not dating. You're in the freezer. No dating.
No dating, no nothing. Shomer.
There's a joke in Lakewood when guys are in the yeshiva and they're not dating. They're in the freezer. So you're in the freezer right now.
Yeah, I'm just learning Torah. Just learning.
Right. So you went to John Jay, and then you were, and then what was the next thing?
Next thing, I went to college, graduated college. Then after college,
Graduated with a bachelor's in what field?
Nah, associate degree.
In what?
Liberal arts.
Liberal. Okay.
Yeah.
Another thing you can't get a job with. Okay.
Yeah.
Then he went to
Basically,
McDonald's.
I kid you not. If I ever known that I would have been so successful within construction, I would have just went to trade school. But you always had when you have a type of mom who push you, go to college, learn, go to college, learn.
So then, that when the construction thing started. So you started the construction. You're 19 years old.
No, McDonald's first.
McDonald's, then construction. Yeah.
And then you were working for him, and after a while, you told him that you feel like you're connected and you want to convert.
So basically, I will always talk to him about religion. We will always have religious conversation.
Rudnick.
Yeah, Mr. Rutner. We will always have religious
You still
conversations.
talk to him?
Of course, yeah. Every once in a while, I call and check up on him. So we will always have conversations. So he always be like, "Hey, listen, if you want to learn, come to shul, sit down, learn." And then I started learning Yiddish. But once you start to basically get into the Jewish faith, you start to realize that it's more than Judaism than Yiddish. You know what I mean? I want to learn Hebrew. You know what I mean? I want to read Torah. You know, I want to learn Torah.
Do you know the Aleph Beis yet?
Huh?
You know the Aleph Beis yet?
The Aleph Beit? Not yet.
So you don't know Hebrew yet?
So I know how to have conversations.
You get I see you like a few 100 words you know already?
Yeah.
Like I would say.
More like 300.
300 words.
I can have a conversation.
But you don't know what an Aleph Beis and zero yet?
But like I don't know how to write Hebrew.
But you know how to the letters or not yet?
No.
Not
I just
yet.
know how to have a conversation.
The
when
social
you work
part.
socialize, yes.
Got you.
So what are you saying?
Anything else?
So we go. You go
back to the life history.
Yeah. So then you continue. So you said you wanted to get in, and they were the Yiddish guys, the Hasidic guys.
Yeah,
then,
and I learned with them.
Right.
But then I would always say like I want to learn Hebrew, and they'd be like, listen, we don't really, whatever the case may be, we're more focused on this. But if you want, we can basically, basically teach you about Hebrew and stuff like that, but that's not our main thing.
Right.
So what I did was I was like, you know what, maybe I need to go out and start searching for people that want to teach me Hebrew.
Okay.
And that's when I met the Sephardi's and the Bukharians.
Right. But right now you daven by Chabad.
Yeah, Daven Habad.
Rabbi
Yeah.
Hecht.
So how did you bump into Chabad?
So it's so crazy because I walk past that building all the time because I go to the laundromat right across the street from the Chabad, and I always will sense a presence every time I walk by this Chabad, all the time. So basically, I go learn Torah in Mill Basin.
By who?
Basically the Sephardic synagogue of Mill Basin. So and he was like, listen, you're beginning your conversion stage. You need to find a rabbi that's willing to endorse you, because that's one of the requirements. You need an endorsement rabbi. You need a shul to endorse you. So they say we're going to. So basically, The shul is going to endorse you, but you need a rabbi to endorse you. You need somebody close to your house where you could go spend Shabbat, where you could
like
go
a mentor.
daven. Yeah. Not even a mentor, more like where you could go daven every morning, where you could go learn Torah,
see that you're
when
legit.
you can't come to
I want to see that you're committed.
Yes. So we found Rabbi Mendy Ches, and he welcomed me in with open arms, and I never looked back since.
How many years ago was that?
I actually met him back in July.
This year.
Yeah,
Yes.
he only started in April.
Oh, right.
Anything else, Clap? Or we got everything?
No. Let's keep going.
Nah, I'm loving this.
Yeah. So basically, once I started meeting him, like, I guess I had to show him how serious I was, you know. And one thing he always say about me, he was like, Devonte, one thing about you, you are a tzaddik. You know what I mean? It's like just the way how you pray, just the way how you know what I mean, daven for Hashem. It's like you can sense the presence of Yidden.
But here's
in
my
you.
$1 million question that's been on my mind for the last few weeks since we knew we were going to be interviewing you. I'm born Jewish, so we can't eat almost anywhere. We can't drink almost anywhere. We can't go almost anywhere. Our life is full of a million restrictions. I love it because this is the life I know and I grew up with, and I accepted it, and I embraced it, and I love it. But for me to understand how somebody that can live a perfect life and be accepted and loved by God, get every afterlife, everything amazing, whatever, why would somebody want to put... I understand you grew up in a spiritual... For me, I'm still shocked that somebody would choose to come into this religion and have a million limitations where they could live a perfect life. Well, you obviously feel differently, but I'm saying, there's something I'm still missing.
We're the most hated nation, and of all these restrictions, Devonte. What's the attraction here?
It's no attraction. It's just basically, it's just for my love for Hashem. And I know that this is the one and true religion. And I don't want Hashem think that I'm idol worshiping.
Right.
So, you know, this is my calling. This is what I
Right.
have to do.
So you feel this is the emes.
Right. Amazing.
Anything else?
Amazing. I love it.
So Clappy,
I
we-
also want to add this too, is that I always felt that I was a Jew ever since I was a kid. I always felt it.
His Israelite, the mother would say.
I always felt it since I was a kid. I always felt it. People, even my family, they used to call me, be like, oh, like you, because like I was always good at math. Thanks to my mom.
Devonte, would you say that if you come with the right energy and attitude, the Jewish community would accept you?
If you
If you come with the right energy, you have amazing energy. So not everyone has your energy, but would you say if you come with a positive attitude, the Jewish
it's all
religious
about the
community...
person himself. Because you could come broken and be fixed within the Jew. Like you could walk up to a synagogue and be like, Rabbi, I'm broken. I need to be fixed. And you know, and he will help you. And that's some reasons why people convert too. But most of the reasons why other people convert is because they feel the presence of Hashem within them. So, and all of that, and on top of that too, if you know that when the Torah was given out to many nations, the majority didn't want to accept it, but the minority wanted to.
So you were one of the Trinidadians that wanted it then?
Devonte, I think you need a new haircut to get the yarmulke to stay on.
No. I normally
You
have
sure?
a clip. Yeah.
I have a clip. Okay.
Yeah.
So what's your message to the
basically-
world,
so
Devonte?
ba-
What's your
so wait,
message?
so let me finish though.
Okay, sure.
So basically, Hashem made them a promise and said, "Listen, since your nation didn't want to accept it, in your next life, I will convert you, and if you become a tzaddik within this life, you will in your next life, if the Mashiach doesn't reveal himself by then." I will rebirth you with Jewish religious parents, and you'll go to yeshiva.
So our tens of thousands of viewers are from all areas of life. We have people from Chabad, Yeshivish, Modern Orthodox, and some of the viewers are not Jewish at all. What's your message to the world?
Simcha.
Happiness.
Happiness. That's it. Just basically, if you do a mitzvah, it leads to another mitzvah, like the Rebbe would say. You know, and I think a lot of people have to realize is that it's not all about basically about how you feel about each other and stuff like that. It should be more about just show kindness, show respect. That's it. Just show respect. That's it. Because respect go a long way. And I think a lot of people forget that. And yeah.
Love it. Love it. Thank you so much.
Devonte,
you.
thanks so much for your time and your
Thank
great
you,
energy.
thank
I think
you.
you're going to become a rabbi one day. That's my,
Rabbi Devonte, I think you're going to be a big rabbi.
Why do I hear that so much for? Why do everybody always
Is it
say-
going to be a Chabad shul or
Bukhari, mix.
Bukharian?
Mix.
Put it like this: it's gonna be a temple for everyone to come.
The
into
Devonte
worship.
Chabad Bukharian Center.
And what's the chosen Hebrew name? What are you going with?
Oh, I'm going with David ben Avram.
There we go.
Love it.
Bezat Hashem.
Thank you so much.
Hold on, Devonte, you going to do a beard or no beard?
Beard?
You going to grow a beard?
Chabad, you need a beard.
I don't need a beard. I'm really different. Listen, as long as I'm keeping Shabbat, following all the halakas, and doing my mitzvahs, Bezat Hashem.
Thank you so much.
Amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you much to the Theorist Guys podcast studio here in the city.
I think it's the name of a shirt.
No, it's his company, right?
The company?
Studios, yeah.
Theorist
Oh,
Studio?
wow. Isn't there a company, Theory?
Yeah, Theory. And your channel is what?
Theorist podcast.
Theorist Podcast. Nice people.
Beautiful place. Beautiful place.
Feel very
accommodating.
professional here.
Yeah.
And thank
Always-
our...
And also, I want to thank you guys for having me. I know we had a few hiccups, but I'm finally here.
You're a true celebrity. Come, you hiccups, you
I
can't
think it's
come.
going to be a follow-up, like in 3 years. It's going to be a good follow-up.
Oh yeah, 100%. So let's talk about current times. What's going on? What do you think about the Knesset in Israel as Jews?
The Knesset in Israel?
Yeah, what do you think about the politics in Israel?
I don't know.
Do you know it's like a big thing going on with the circular, like the non-religious Jews going after the religious Jews within the Knesset?
It's been going on for the last 75
It's
years.
disgusting because you know that also trickles down to the military. From what I heard, that where they will hold supplies from the military because this general have beef with this general because of a situation, stuff like that.
There's a rally going on 2 blocks away from here. There's a big rally going on. Protest the Israeli government for trying to draft the Orthodox people into the army. That's a fight been going on for the last 75 years as well.
I'm being honest with you. I think everybody should, defend their country. You know what I mean? It's like either I feel like try to use religion for a way out because you don't want to serve your country.
They
But
say-
because you have to, because at the end of the day, you're reaping the benefits of other people.
No, Torah study. They're serving God and the country by studying Torah. Even David, who was a big conqueror of the Jewish people, conquered, Jerusalem and everything, he also agreed that a lot of people were exempt from the military because they were studying Torah. David Ben-Gurion, who was completely not religious, he gave tens of thousands of paturas, like
Releases.
exemptions,
Okay.
that people should not serve in the army and they should study Torah. So this is already a gray area. I don't know all the ins and outs of it, but it's very tricky.
Yeah, it really is.
Devonte, you going to go black and white Hasidic, or are you going to keep your colors when you convert? You're going to keep your style. What's the deal?
I'll just keep. Listen, I'm gonna be very religious. I'm gonna be Orthodox, but I'll just keep. This is me. This is how I dress.
No hunting clothes.
But
the hunting clothes you're going to stick with.
Yeah, this is the way I like to dress. But when I go to shul, though, of course, I might have I'll wear a suit.
There we go.
Oh, very nice. Very nice. All right. Let's keep it real.
Thanks, Devonte.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody, for tuning on to the Clappy and Frank Show.
Subscribe.
Clappy and
Subscribe and
Frank.
like.
Clap, comment, like, any questions, comments, suggestions for guests. We love to hear you. We read the comments. I need to get better at responding to them, but thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.